voice, please. Stunnandi divyaistavaihi Vedeshangavadakramopanishadaihi Gayandiyam samagaha Dhyānavastitadgatena manasa Pashyantiyam yoginaha Yashyantam navidusura suraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Verse number 7, please. Yoga yukto vishuddhatma Vijitatma jitendriyah Sarvabhutatma bhutatma Kurvannapi na lipyate Naiva kinchit karomiti Yukto manyate tattvavite Pashyan shrunvan spushan jigran Asnan gachan swapan swashan Pralapan visrujan granhan Unmishan nimishan napi Indriyani indriyartheshu Vartanta iti dharayan Brahmanyadhaya karmani Sangam tyaktva karoti yaha Lipyate na sapapena Padmapatramivambhasa. So the one who appreciates the nature of himself, thereafter it becomes like a whole drama of a universe. The actor playing out different types of roles. Indriyani indriyartheshu vartante iti matva nasajjate. Clearly, the person sees, as they say, to give unto Caesar that belongs to Caesar. Seeing is the capacity of the eyes. Hearing is the function of the ears. Touching is the subject of the skin. Tasting belongs to the tongue, smelling to the nose. All different types of thoughts, memories, emotions belong to the mind, which is like Shasthani Indriyani, the sixth sense organ. Who you are is other than these dimensions, and therefore no more affected by the perceptions at the level of the sense organs, actions at the level of the organs of action, your body, speeches at the level of your organ of action called tongue, thoughts and emotions at the level of the mind. You clearly see all the dimensions. That is why insight into yourself resolves all your mysteries, conflict, confusion. It's not a matter of faith. It's a matter of discovery. You see it for yourself. That is why jnanam. Nahi jnanena sadrusha pavitram iha vidyate. As we saw it other day, there is nothing more sacred than the knowledge. Knowledge does not mean information, not picking up some information. Information is, please understand, information is something about an object like Himalayas. If you pick up the information about Himalayas, you may know it's a 1500-mile range, it is in north of India, but that does not give you the knowledge, the insight, because it's far away from you. You can have all the information about the Himalayas, but you don't have the knowledge of it. Whereas in case of the self, the awareness, same possibility is there in a different way. You can have all the information about yourself. You pick up the word Atma, Brahma, Jiva, Ishvara, but they are all vague words. It means nothing, because as when you say the word Himalaya, it does not project that mountain range in your vision because you have not seen it. Same thing also when you say Atma, it doesn't mean anything. That is why in a philosophy class, in a philosophy lecture, the person will get 100% in his philosophy exam, but life gives him 0. Because he shall say Brahman is all pervasive, God is all knowing. Brahman is all pervasive, but you are standing apart. What type of knowledge is that? God is all pervasive, so what? Are you getting that? Please understand. There is a huge difference between academic disposition, academic studies where you pick up on information, and then the study, the teaching, where they make you see things for yourself as to who you are. When you pick up this information, to convert this information to knowledge, where should you go? Like picking up the information about Himalayas, if you want to convert that information to knowledge, you go to Himalayas. We have seen it earlier. There are 2 stages for the knowledge. Sometimes it may be first information, then you convert that information to knowledge. You have heard about Tiruvannamalai hills, but you have never seen it. So first you pick up the information, and to convert that information to knowledge, you must go to the place where the mountain is. You pick up the information on the Kanyakumari, to convert that information to knowledge, you must go to Kanyakumari. If you pick up the information about yourself, to convert that information to knowledge, where should you go? There is no distance to be covered. You can't go to Himalayas, you can't go to somewhere. You go to yourself. And what is the distance between yourself and yourself? No distance. The same spot, the whole confusion is rising. I am the body, I am mortal, I am healthy, I am rich, I am poor, I am thinking, I am forgetting. The whole range of your identification, the same spot where you are. There is no distance between the word I and what it stands for. That is why your knowledge. When you see it what it is, no more the identification. The sense organs do not run away. The thoughts do not get dissipated or dismissed. Everything remains as it is, but you are no more identifying, jumping into the stream. That is why you become such a lovely person. Or else, in the name of spiritual injunction, you shall not hear this, you shall not touch this, you shall not see this, you shall not smell this, or you shall do only this. That is where people become fanatics, absolute fanatics. Religion breeds fanaticism. Wrongly exposed, religion brings total fanaticism because the person sticks to one particular idea. Like you are sticking to one identity. Like in modern times, average individual is sticking to one identity. I am PhD, professional identity. I am the engineer, I am the managing director, one identity. Only in the secular field? No. Even the religious field is much more heinous, much more disastrous. I am the Swami, I am the holy man. It goes so much into the head, now the person demands respect from everybody. You must go through it to know it. If you are sharp, you can observe it. Just like a professional, understand, just like a professional gets fully identified with the profession and thinks no end of himself, but considers himself PhD, general manager, like that. For some people, religion also is a profession. So putting up the robe of a sadhu, putting on a dress, or doing certain rituals, something somewhere, certain practice, singing, dancing, jumping, all that nonsense, the person sticks to it. This is the holy. This song is the holy song. Other songs are unholy. This practice is holy. Others are unholy. You understand? Becomes another professional identity. As even when the general manager, if he is not addressed with his proper position, proper recognition of his position, he feels offended. You call the sadhu. Without the proper thing, he will get angry. Why? Because the person takes himself to be the role. Whereas when you are aware of yourself, you very clearly know where the limitation belongs, where the glory belongs. Nothing belongs to you. Indriyani indriyarthesu vartante. Sense organs do their job. Body is alive, body is growing. You keep the body alive. That much. But there is a difference between I am the body and I have the body. I have a set of sense organs which are functioning, they need to be taken care. Like you are taking care of your instruments, you are taking care of your car, taking care of your telephone, taking care of your computer, taking care of your camera. So many things you are taking care. Why? Because they are helping to keep me alive, aids for the comfort of life, to adds to the comfort, they are aid or adds to the comfort of my life. Therefore, they are organized. Same way, physical body. My existence of me being who I am doesn't depend upon the body. But the body is kept alive and well just for perception. seeing, interacting. My existence is not dependent on the body. My being who am I is not dependent upon my thoughts, but thoughts are used to interact, to achieve everything in life. Your living becomes a continuous prayer. Your living becomes a continuous meditation. So that is what. Indriyani indriyathas vartante. Iti dharayan, what he does. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukta manyeta tattvavit. One who atmavit, tattvavit, one who knows the truth of himself, he is clearly settled in this idea. Naiva kinchit karomi. I do not do anything. Atma nitya sanyasta, eternally renunciate, that's what I am. The meaning of the word I, very clearly you see it within yourself as to who you are and the roles that you have. And when you play the roles, understand, when you play the roles, the limitations of the role doesn't affect you, as even the glory of the role also doesn't affect you. Just because you are playing the role of a Rama, do you become a Rama? Or just because you play the role of a Ravana, do you become a Ravana? On the stage, you are like a Ravana. How do you say? You have to get hungry like a Ravana, no? The boy has come, what is his name? Hanuman. Bring that monkey here. Tie him down. Put him on the thing. Set fire onto his tail. Very, very angry. Very angry. The moment he steps out of the stage, he'll laugh. Hey, did I do it nicely? What happened to the anger? He's playing to be angry. Are you getting that? Playing to be angry. Oh, do you understand? Whole life is a play. Whole life is a long play. Until you know how to play, you shall be identifying with the role and suffering. Teaching is teaching somebody to play, not identifying with the role and suffer. The teaching is helping somebody to play the role, enjoy the role. Cheating is give him a new role. You are the governor of the state. Now I appoint you as the trustee of my religious trust. You are my second in command. You kill people. The person should be, understand, the knowledge. The knowledge is something where you very clearly make the person see as to who they are. Let him play the role. Understand? Whole life, what is happening? You give them a role, they identify the role. You make somebody district collector, and what does the fellow think? I am the collector. Ayyo. You give somebody a role. You go to the school, you give him a role. From today, you are a doctor. What the person thinks? I am the doctor. Hey, you are you. You picked up another role. How many people understand this? You give them a role, they identify with the role. Why? Because they don't know about themselves. Same thing in religion. You give them a role. From today, you are a brahmachari. Now the fellow becomes Brahmarakshas. Total Brahmarakshas. Because, thinking no end of himself, now I am a holy man. From today you are a Swami, never ending. Thereafter the fellow will not respect anybody because he is waiting to be respected. Please understand, because of the ignorance already is destroyed, you successfully destroy him by giving new roles. It's like pampering the ego. It's not challenging the ego or helping him to understand himself. So please see, person becomes so stupid. Like one man one day, he was walking in the street. As he was walking in the street, 2-3 fellows ran after him. So he also started running. When some 2-3 fellows at night, lonely street. So 2-3 fellows running around him, after him, so he also started running. After he started running some distance, 3 fellows caught up with him. They caught him up, gave him a little thrash, and picked up and started searching, and they got only 70 cents. Then these 3 fellows asked, For these 70 cents, what are you running around? Why are you running away? He said, no, no, no. I thought you are after the $500 I have hidden it in my right side. Now what do you think of it? Intelligent boy, right? He said, why are you running away for 70 cents? He said, no, I thought you are after the $500 I have hidden in my right side shoe. How intelligent you are, huh? So when you give a big role to people without the understanding, that is a stupid they become. If the person takes the role to himself, it's a religious role. That is why you see much more arrogance in the religious field than in the secular field. In the secular field, at least there is something to be proud of. I am a PhD, I am proud of being PhD. In this, I am a holy man. That is your huge pride. I am a holy man. I sing songs, I dance, I touch people. Hey, disaster. You destroy people. Understand yourself. Learning to play act. Indriyani indriyartheshu vartante. Iti matva nasajjate. That is how he sees. Eyes see, ears hear. Let it not be your class and then you forget it. You have to do it for the rest of your life. Continuously experimenting. If eyes see, why am I desperate to see? Ask yourself the question. So if you shut yourself in your room for 7 days, 2 days, 1 day, as long as you like, who is desperate to see? This is where comes your sadhana, your challenge unto yourself. Who is desperate to touch? Who is desperate to taste? Who is desperate to smell? Who is desperate to eat something? Who is desperate to meet people? Who? Your body is not desperate. Does your car feel restless when it is parked inside the garage? Then how the body is restless? Is the body restless or is the driver restless? Understand? The car restless or the driver restless? When the car is moving at top speed, the car has not gone crazy, the driver has gone crazy. So you shall teach. Indriyani indriyarthas vartante, sense organs exist for, sense organs see everything. Then you are restless about seeing something, tasting something, touching something, smelling something, doing something. What a contradiction. You keep your mouth shut. Pralapan, he says, pralapan, visrujan, unmission, grumission. Just keep your mouth shut for a few days and see what happens. People become so desperate, they'll be talking to themselves. They'll be talking to themselves. Totally mindless. One fellow he has gone to this, parachute training. Parachute training, and then the man who was training them for the parachute, they have to be thrown from 10,000 feet height. Then they have to fall. So he is telling them, your government takes care of you very well. All the security is taken care. As you jump, you pull the string, the parachute will open. By chance it doesn't open, there is an emergency parachute. That you pull, that will open. There is no question of it not opening. By chance it doesn't open, there will be a truck downstairs. If you are wounded, there is no question not opening, it will fall. But by chance you are landing, and you are clumsily landing, and you are wounded, there will be a truck there also waiting to take you to the hospital. So you need not worry. One fellow, so many people heard. Anyway, first time when you are jumping from 10,000 feet height, it will be some experience. So what do you do? So this fellow goes to 10,000 feet height, one after another they are jumping out. This fellow was reluctant, but then he has to, so they pushed him out, he also jumped, and he pulled the first one. Not opening. Pulled the second one, did not open. As he is falling almost 100 feet above the ground, he is talking to himself. Even that truck also will not be there. Why are you laughing? Because he's stupid, right? It's meaningless talk. He is falling from 10,000 feet. He is not going to survive. So what is the question of, he says this blankety blank truck also will not be there. But truck is serving no purpose. You are dead. But this is how the compulsion of talking. The person must talk. You keep quiet for 3 days and see for yourself. Try it out. This is self-imposed discipline. Sadhana does not mean when everybody is smiling, when everybody is talking, and when everybody is not talking, that is the time you are talking. That's a nonsense. That's big show off. Please see that. Everything becomes a role. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. That is why you experiment on it. That Gandhi's life, My Experiment with Truth, is so beautiful title. Literally, you experiment with this understanding every moment of your life. Then only you see the beauty of it. You continuously, you are experimenting with the understanding. Picking up the information, you don't start passing judgment on people. You do it for yourself. Anyway, such a person, if you are there, if you understand, no problem. If you do not, what you should do? Prepare yourself for this knowledge. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha lipyate nasa papena padmapatra mibambasa. It's a beautiful verse which gives you both the dimension. So if you have understood the truth, your whole life is a play acting. Naturally, perception takes place for its own sake, thoughts take place for your own sake, you are conscious, you are accepting the result as it is coming. Suppose you have not understood these things, what shall you do? You have to prepare yourself for this knowledge. This preparation is known as the karma yoga. When you say preparation, please understand. Preparation does not mean you have to do a special action. Please push it in your head. Preparation is not a special action. Preparation is an attitude behind any action and every action. Your attitude must be changing. What is that attitude? Brahmani karmani adhaya sangam tyaktva yah karoti. Yah karoti. Yah. Whoever he may be, who does all actions, karoti. What? Brahmani karmani adhaya sangam tyaktva karoti. He does every action, sangam tyaktva, phala sangam tyaktva, completely renouncing the result of action, meaning prepared to accept the result of action as it is. He does the action. How? Brahmani karmani adhaya. This Brahmani, when you say that, you can give both the meanings there. Saguna Brahmani, Ishware karmani adhaya, Nirguna Brahmani, Atmani karmani adhaya. Both you can see that, understand both these standpoints. Because there may be somebody who is not comfortable with the idea of God. Because somebody is not comfortable with the idea of God, that does not mean he is condemned. That is the beauty, richness and the flexibility of this tradition. The vastness, all-inclusiveness of this tradition. As much a form is beautiful, that much the formless is beautiful. You accept a form, excellent. Somebody find difficult to accept a form, that also is fine. But karma must be done, Brahmani adhaya, Brahmani, Saguna Brahmani Ishware, or Nirguna Brahmani Atmani adhaya. You see this point very clearly. Don't say, oh, but in commentaries it is not there. Don't worry about commentary. A commentary somebody started, so you can also start a commentary. What is wrong with that? If it is appropriate, understand, not because your personal projection, personal interpretation, is it appropriate? Why? Because everybody is not comfortable with the idea of God. As even everybody is not comfortable with the idea of formlessness. Both can be used. If you are a person, believe in an idea of God, because this begins with a belief. Here there is no knowledge. At this moment there is no knowledge for the individual. He is preparing himself. So what should he do? Please see. Both have the same problem. Thought is a problem. For a believer or non-believer. Are you getting that point? Whether you are a believer or a non-believer, what is your problem? A thought. World is not your problem. No, Swamiji, what is this? World is my problem. Unknown things in the world, is it your problem? Are you getting that? Because people don't think that is that man is my problem, woman is my problem, sweet is my... Hey, don't talk nonsense. A thought is your problem. Object of your thought is not your problem unless it is known. That is why strangers are never your problem. So whether you are a believer or non-believer, thought is your problem. So even when you listen, suppose somebody says, happiness is yourself, happiness is your nature, you start disbelieving it. Why? If happiness is my nature, how come the thoughts are disturbing me? This question will come for both believer and non-believer. If happiness is my nature, I wish I can believe happiness is my nature, I accept it, but I am disturbed by the thought. Other fellow say, I don't believe it. Why? The thoughts are disturbing me. Who is better? Both are useless. One is ready to accept, but still he is disturbed. Other person doesn't accept, he is also disturbed. So what should you do? Organize your thought. Start with your thought. So that is why consciously acting. Because as long as please understand, as long as the thoughts are at the thought level, they will be continuously pushing you. Why people feel burdened, loaded in life? There is a big load on the head, burden in the head. Why? Thought. You are angry with somebody, can't express your anger. You want to say I love you, you cannot say I love you. You feel like telling I hate you, you can't say I hate you. You want to eat sweet, you can't say you want to eat sweet. You don't want to eat something, but you have to say, okay, so wonderful, please give it to me. That is how people live their life, full of contradictions and confusions. The thought is one thing, life is another thing. Most people live like that. Why children's life is uncomplicated? Whatever thought, that is what it is. Baby, you like this flower? No, I don't want. Simple, straight. Even an adult, suppose somebody gives you a flower. He gives a flower as a gift. How do you like it? Will you say, no, I don't like it? Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I really like it. You may not be, the moment you take it, you'll throw it somewhere. But you have to tell the person as though that is the only flower, the dream of your life. That is why contradictions. Adults go on suffering. A thought comes up and you don't know how to face it. So when the thought is coming up, please understand that is the one which really bothers you. Whether it is a believer or non-believer, doesn't matter. So when the thought comes, that is where consciously you are going to express that thought into action. When you are going to do it, with true attitude, you must begin. That is why teaching, learning. Unless you have a purpose, you will not know. So elaborately I have seen, again and again same theme is coming until next chapter it will come because it really want to push that idea into your head. You must see it clearly. It is, why they repeat it? 2-3 verses after it will come. Why they repeat it? What they call as the sthanu niskandana nyaya. When you are digging a hole and fixing a pole, what do? You dig up a hole, you put that pole, then you put the clay or whatever, you put it back. Then you shake it, shaking. So take the stones, bang, 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 bang. Again shake it, again put it up, until it doesn't shake anywhere. Same thing also. Why again and again I must listen? Until the idea is unshakable. You see it very clearly for yourself. Your living is with proper attitude. So what they change, Are you getting the point? What they change, they don't expect you to change your thoughts, change your body, change your anything for that matter. He wants you to help to change you. As to change means know about yourself who you are. At this moment you are unnecessarily identifying yourself with something which you are not. Remove your identity. Don't change the roles. You understand that? Simple thing. Remove, be yourself and nothing to do with the roles. Roles will be roles. Limitation of the roles do not affect the roles. So don't worry about the roles. Roles will be roles. Father, father, mother, mother, husband, husband, friend, friend, wife, wife, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. Those things will continue. Previously you thought, I am the father, I am the seer, I am the hearer, I am the experiencer. No. Who am I? None of these. But playing the role. Why? Interacting with people. This is living life. So consciously, when you are, so you must know, why should I do this? Because you want to be with yourself, consciously express your thought. Previously, when I was expressing my thought, it was more for relief. Any thought is bothering you, you are compulsive. You forced to express that thought into action. Like you are very angry, you shout out, you feel very relieved. You are angry with somebody, that person becomes inconvenienced. Good, the fellow got a lesson. Very nice, he deserves it. What do you get out of it? Nothing. But your picture, are you getting that? Your mind, because you have an idea inside your head. Somebody has taken 10,000 rupees from you. It doesn't give it back to you. Neither you can do anything. But in your mind you say, if somebody can only hit him, if only he meets with an accident, oh God, please show it to that demon. You go on doing all these things. But you yourself cannot do anything. Suddenly one day you get the news. The fellow has met with an accident. How do you feel? There is a God. He is looking. He knows when to give what. Appa, such a good believer. Because you feel relieved. Appa, good. And the fellow has got it. Alive or broken leg? Broken leg. Deserves. Deserves. Why are you so happy? What did you get? Did you get back your 10,000? You did not get your 10,000. You don't get a single paisa, but you are very happy because somebody has bashed him up. How nice. This is what, understand. A thought comes up and thought really bothers you, compels you. So previously you were acting to find a relief from your thought. Now, when you expose yourself to teaching, I am the happiness myself. Then why this is bothering? Okay, consciously act. Two attitude. Ishware karmani adhaya. When the thought comes up, oh God, why this thought? Can you resolve it there? Like a prasad. This thought has come, God's grace, the thought also will go. Conscious. You don't have to act. Or another thing is, God, the thought has come, so compulsive, pushing me. All right. That is where you become very conscious, modest. You are not proud of your weakness. Coffee. All right, God, why this thought is coming? Give it to consciously express. And see. Good coffee, doesn't matter. Bad also, doesn't matter. Result of it, accept as it is. Conscious. Or another thing is, suppose you don't have a faith in God. Okay, they say, I am the happiness itself. Oh, why this thought is coming? All right, if it comes, it will go. You think it out. It comes, it goes. Suppose you can stand like that, the thought has to go. Suppose you don't have that type of strength. All right, consciously express it. And the moment you express it, the thought is gone. Catch yourself there. When I express that thought, I feel relief. That time, where am I? With myself, Nirguna Brahma. Are you getting that picture clearly? That is why a believer as much beautiful as even an unbeliever in God. Both have chance. Nobody is helpless, nobody is a hopeless case. Everything is fine. So, Brahmani adhaya karma, sangam tyaktva karoti. So, you look at yourself. If you are going through heavy reaction mode, you don't accept the result as it is. That proves you have not consciously acted either, nor you are conscious of your thought when it is coming. In any reaction mode, are you getting that? In any reaction mode, three things have happened. When the thought came, you are not aware. When you are acting, you are not aware. When the result is coming, just forget it. You may be further complicated. There may be further complication, because you will be further frustrated. But if you are conscious, acting with the devotion or the consciousness, it may be ignorance, but you have a purpose. I am doing it. Why? To see how the thoughts really cannot give me conflict, nor the expression of the thought gives me relief. I am happy with myself. So when you consciously act on, that becomes a karma yoga. What action we should do for karma yoga? Any action. Why? Attitude is right. So there is no karma yoga action. Karma yoga action means cleaning utensils in the ashram, right? Nonsense, forget that. So people think acting in the house, if you act, you are a grihastha. But now if you take, it's like some people cheating themselves. If they take laddu in the market, it is diabetic. But Tirupati laddu, prasad. You think your system is going to cheat you. And the system is going to sing Tirupati laddu, so no diabetic. Only this market laddu, diabetic. Why prasad, You can cheat yourself in any way you like. But you shall get the disease from all sides, don't worry. It's like people singing, The movie songs they sing, the fellows are obsessed with movie songs. But bhajan singing in movie tune, that's the holy songs. Same. Bhajan. Why? 20,000 sit down, people, idiots sitting down there. Now, if it is 20,000 idiots sitting down there, rock festival, rock music, these are useless fellows. Now, these 20,000 people singing the bhajan in the rock music tune, they are all devoted people, rascals. You understand? Silly attitude. That is where the knowledge has driven, this religion has driven people crazy. Understands? Anyway, Brahmani karmani adhaya sangam tektva yak karoti. Hey Arjuna, see the next line. Lipyate na sa papena sah purusha. Such a person, papena na lipyate, doesn't get affected by papa, agitation. Papa means agitation. Don't say sin, vice. No. Agitation is papa. Reaction is papa. Any type of agitation, reaction. Ask yourself a question. Are you agitated? Are you reacting? Are you disturbed? Are you anxious? Any moment, if you are anxious, look somewhere within yourself. Don't say, the other fellow makes me restless. No fellow can make you restless. Understand? Your attitude makes you restless. Don't say, that person makes me restless. Yes, if somebody can be restless, so he can be pushing you around. That can happen. But you don't succumb. You don't give in. You just do not give in. It doesn't matter. A joke is coming to my head. One fellow, the husband and wife, both had gone to watch them, in a museum, art museum. They had gone to see some art painting. Husband very quietly watching everything. Wife says, just move on. What is there? Simply one painting, how long can you watch? That variety. So, the husband standing there with a beautiful painting of a lovely, gorgeous model a beautiful woman. But there are some leaves placed strategically, as a dress. You understand? The leaves are post in a proper places so that the nudity is covered. You know what it is. So leaves, beautiful dress up leaves, nicely put on the body, and the husband is watching. And the woman saw it for 2 seconds. How long can you watch this fancy thing? Just to watch it. Oh, very nice. Move. But this man is standing there. Now, please understand what I am talking. The person is lost in that. Now the woman is restless. Now you can say, why is he restless? Should he be restless? If that person is doing, it's okay. You go to other things. So don't say that person makes me irritated, that person makes me restless. This is the point I want to say. But the joke is, she's so restless now, she wants to take him out. Then he says, what are you doing? Why don't you come? Are you still, this is now, that was the winter season that had gone. He said, are you waiting for the autumn? In autumn season, leaves fall off. Okay. So are you waiting for the autumn? That is the joke of it. Anyway, think of it. You don't say, that person makes me restless. No. Nobody can. If that person is restless, you move. Oh, he's talking like that. Let him. You don't listen. How can I not listen? He's talking all the time. No, non-stop, non-stop he's talking. How can I stop? How can I not listen to it? Okay. I am telling you non-stop. You be happy with yourself. You be free with yourself. How come you are not listening? If other person's wrong ideas can affect you, how come the right ideas you are not accepting? That means you know how to reject also, no? But you don't know where to reject, how to take. That is the trouble. Please see. Therefore, nasa papena lipyade. Papa means agitation. It doesn't get affected by it. Like Padmapatra ambasaiva, like the lotus leaf doesn't get affected by the water. Have you seen that water in our lotus leaf? Go and have a look at it. And the lotus leaf, how beautiful. The lotus is like a sparkling pearl. It will be going on. Nothing touches the leaf. But the whole water is there, but nothing touches it. Same way, agitation will be there, but it will not touch it. Concern will be there. The plane is delayed. What to do? Think about it, but don't get overwhelmed by it. Food is not there. Now the monsoon has failed. Something has to be done for the cultivation. Do something. Don't break down. Anything for that matter. Body. The disease has come. Has to be taken care. Don't break down. Learn to deal with it. This is why. Why? Ishware karmani adhaya. Disease comes. Oh God. Right. Do something about it. But deep within, you are unaffected by it. So this is the preparation. When you do it with the right attitude, you counteract all your agitation. Now you are prepared for this self-knowledge. Knowledge of yourself as to who you are. Are you getting that? That's why the attitude is so important. This attitude is given by the culture. From childhood, you pick up this attitude. You don't say, I can do everything. Whatever I want, I can do. Huh? You do your part. What will happen? You don't know. You do your part. You must do your part. But what things will happen, not happen, you don't know. Never know. It's not given to you. Okay? I mean, how shall I act? With this attitude, gives you elaborate formula. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindriyairapi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktvatma suddhaye kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindriyairapi yoginah karma kurvanti Sangam tyaktvatma-suddhaye Yukta karma phalam tyaktva Shantimapnoti naishtikim Ayuktah kamakarena Phale sakto nivadhyate Yuktah karma phalam tyaktva Shantimapnoti naishtikim Ayuktah kamakarena Phale sakto nivadhyate. So how does the person does it? Please see the whole application of it. Kayena, manasa, buddhya, kevalaihi, indriyehi, rapihi, indriyehi, kayena, manasa, buddhya, yoginaha karma kurvanti. Yogis, karma yogi, the one who is interested ultimately in abiding in himself, understanding his nature, such a person shall continue to do the action. Where? Kayena, at the level of the body. Indriyehi, level of the sense organs. Manasa, at the level of the mind. Buddhya, at the level of the intelligence. At all levels. He shall be conscious of all levels, choosing to express those actions. And then, sangam tyaktva, accepting the result as it is. Why shall he do that? Atma suddhaye antakarana suddhyartham. In order to prepare the mind, in order to prepare the mind which shall be receptacle to receive the truth. Truth is already existing. Yourself being who you are already existing. Is not clear. I have given you the example. The sun is shining high in the sky. But in the water the reflection is not clear. Why? Because the water is dirty. When the water is dirty, do you cleanse the sun or settle the water? The sun does not need any cleansing. The water needs to be settled. When the water settles down, can the sun withdraw its reflection? You being who you are is an eternal fact. You are ajo nitya saswatayam purana, unborn, eternal, ever-existent consciousness, reality you are. The mind is not prepared to own it up. Why is it I cannot own it up? This is because of the thoughts you don't know how to handle. Now, karma kurvanti, yoginaha karma kurvanti. Such a person is yogi. Even before you become an engineer, when you join the engineering college, people call you engineer. The moment you study law, you are a lawyer. The moment you go into medicine, you are a doctor. The moment you come into this study, yogi. Because you are going to be ultimately a yogi, no? Jnani, ultimately. But suppose the fellow who studies in the college, university, goes there, so everybody starts calling engineer, and that gets into head. It doesn't complete the first year. Will you be engineer? Drop out. Like that, many dropouts are there. Why? Come to study, 1 year, first year itself, it gets into his head. Oh, I'm Brahman. Everybody must respect me. You know, in the path, how many people fall on the roadside? The person comes with a wonderful idea. I must get this knowledge. Get this knowledge or God or something they look for and come. The teacher is goofy. Exposure is wrong. How many people fall victim? And once you get into that, you don't have the strength to walk out. That is why religion becomes a one-sided entry. You know, you can only one-way traffic. You get in, getting out, oh, very difficult. Because you have burnt all your boats and you have gone in. If you say, did not work, you will only make an ass of yourself. So it is better to stay there and die than to come out and say it did not work. How many people have the strength to say that? I went and nothing happened. How many people can say that? And the people who are there inside, they will always point out, you are an idiot. Why? Because you walked out. Because if you walked out, that will expose they expose their weakness. That in this place there is nothing. So the persons will say, that fellow is a rascal. It is such a trip, you understand? Such a trap, such a trip, both way. It's a huge trap. You be very, very conscious. I come into this knowledge to know myself. And therefore I am a yogi. Your name is yogi. But what you should do? The moment you come in with the right type of teaching, this should begin. You start preparing. Kayena, your physical action. Kevalai, that kevalai shall go to every word. Kevalai indrihi, kevalena kayena, kevalena manasa, buddhya. By you do physical action alone, by sense organs, by your organs of action, by your mind, by your sense organs. Meaning, whatever action you do, what other action is possible? Either it's physical action, either by your sense organs of action, your thoughts, intelligence. What else other action? So any time you are acting on a thought, any time you are acting at the level of your sense organs of action in your body, conscious. Which action? Any action. It is like a radar. Anything that moves, it catches. Not that only plane it will catch, other things it will not catch. Anything moves, it catches. That's its job. So your attitude is like that. Any movement. Only when you are angry, you should be aware. But when you are very kind, you should not be aware. Kindness can be another trap. When you hate, you must be watchful. You must be very much watchful when you are hating somebody. When you are loving somebody also, you should be watchful. Because love is a bigger trap, the so-called love. When you are eating bad food, you should watch out. If you don't watch out when you are eating good food, the good food becomes bad food. Overeating good food, what it will be? Bad food. So every moment, that is for a sadhak, the person who starts understanding, comes into this line, there is no more good and bad. Every action has the possibility of both in it. Even if it's so-called a bad emotion, if you are conscious, it becomes a blessing. No agitation. You know where to stop it. If you know how to control a snake, the snake is a pleasure. Today, newspaper, the picture has come. The snake charmers have gone and caught some 10 to 20 cobras from a collectorate, an office. In office, Pudukkottai, somewhere down south. In an office, collectorate, Tahsil office, around that there is a forest or something open space. 10 to 20 cobras, because officials could not go into the office anymore. So many cobras. Now, if they could not go there. But the snake charmers are very happy, harvesting 20 cobras and they have taken it. One after, you see that guys are playing around with that, taking it and like vegetables. Pick up some murunga inside, right? How come? Snake is a dangerous thing or playful things? Can you handle? Everything playful. You cannot handle? Even stick also is, it goes into your eyes. A stick, ordinary stick. You play with it. What is that? Snake, the stick is biting you. Understand? All depends on you. So, yoginaha karma kurvanti. How do we do? Sangam tyaktva. That is the principle. Sangam tyaktva. No more dependent on the result of action. Then Atma Suddhi, Antakarana Suddhi. Antakarana Suddhi means what? Don't again say, good thought, no. agitation-free mind. Antakarana Suddhi is agitation-free mind. So every day, every moment you look at yourself, is it agitation-free? Appa. Okay? Next. Having just said. So this is how. Two people now. Yukta Hasanne. There are two. One is Yukta, one is Ayukta. Yukta means yogi, who is living with right attitude. Yukta hai karma phalam tyaktva naishtikim shantim apnoti. One who karma yoga yukta, living with this attitude, karma phalam tyaktva, no more depending on the result of action for his happiness, and therefore accepting the result as it is. And when you accept the result as it is, free from agitation, in a mind free from agitation, you are with yourself. Naishtikim shantim apnoti. Brahma jnana nishtha shantim apnoti. See the principle. Action is done. Listen, action is done. Result is accepted. When the result is accepted, by your action done, the thoughts expressed. The result is coming, accepted. Therefore, there is no any confusion, convulsion, unnecessary reaction in the head. Result accepted. No more there is a thought, should not have been like that. Why it happened like that? More should have been, less should have been. No. As it is. Beautiful. When that is free from reactions, then what happens? Agitation free. When there is agitation free, you are with yourself. That is very recognized. Where do I get my peace? By expressing myself into the action or with myself. Remember that examples in the beginning stages. What gives you happiness? The object or the absence of thought? The absence of thought or being with yourself. You understand why the introductory classes are important? Because every time I have to go to introduction. Introduction is a headache. That is introductory classes. But without any of this study and everything, you are happiness, you are Brahman. Give me a break. Why people get confused in this type of really so-called religious studies? Because the teacher doesn't know anything, the person doesn't know anything, but first day they come there, oh, he's telling, I am the happiness. Sivoham, Sivoham, Gadeyam, Gadeyam. You understand? I am the donkey. Now you are Gadha, now the donkey is repeating, I am the Shiva, I am the Shiva. Now the donkey repeats, I am Shiva. What happens? So the donkey's name is Shiva. The donkey repeats, I am Shiva. What will happen? You repeat, but it doesn't mean anything. One nice, interesting. Oh, I think you are tired of jokes. I will not talk anyway. So. Okay. So, Ayukta. Okay. There was a group of spies. And the spies are so secretive. Every fellow has a number, not even a name. Because, so when the chief of the spies tells, number 5 must go there and do this, only number 5 will know who is number 5. Even the other fellows will not know who is going to do. That type of secretive. So he is telling, number 5 should go and meet number 3/4 in Poland, in Warsaw, in that particular house. And when he must meet one Mr. Swinburne, his name is Swinburne, some funny name, Mr. Swinburne. And when he talks to me, when he meets Swinburne, he shall say, when he opens the door, he should say, when the restaurant closes, I'll serve the wine. This is the secret line. When the restaurant closes, I'll serve the wine. Then the spy 7 will know that you are the right person to talk to. Organized. Now this 3/4 goes. And when he goes to that particular area in Warsaw, he goes to that area, goes to that building, but the trouble is, there are 2 Swinburnes. Not one Swinburne, there are 2 Swinburnes. The Swinburne is a name. I forget his Swinburne difficult, John. There are 2 Johns. One John, another John, 2 Johns. So he goes there and he ding dong open the thing. And the fellow opens the well, he asks him, When he tells him, when the restaurant closes, I will serve the wine. This fellow says, look, I am John the tailor. The spy is in the upstairs. Because everybody has come and told when the restaurant is closed, I will serve the wine, no? So he said, why people are talking? So this much is for your secret. Something which everybody knows by now. Huh? Please. What to do? Anyway, so this is what it is. The person doesn't know how to even, because he doesn't know what to do, how to, he has the formula, but he doesn't know how to use it. He has the formula, but he doesn't know how to, he gets confused with who is Swinburne, who is John, he doesn't know. Same thing also. Oh, you are the Brahman, you are the Brahman, you are the absolute, you are the happiness. So the fellow moves with the formula. That is how the person will put on the ochre cloth, red cloth, no cloth, green cloth, yellow cloth. Some talk some nonsense. You are Brahman, you are absolute. No. Oh, Maharaj, what is this? Waste of time. The person must know himself. Yukta. Nashtikim shantim apnoti. Brahmagyana janya nishtha. Sattva suddhi. Jnana prapti. Sarva karma. Sannyasa. Jnana nishtha kramena iti vakya sesha. This is how the nishtha comes. Sattva suddhi. First your antakarana suddhi takes place. Antakarana suddhi means free from agitation. In that jnana prapti, you get the knowledge of yourself. Then sarva karma sannyas. No more you drag any action onto yourself. Pasyan, shunnan, sprusan, jigran, asnan, gachan, sopan, sosan, pralapan, visujan, unmishan, nimishan api, nakinchit karomi, sarva karma sannyas. Action takes place, but I don't do anything. Nakanchit karomi. Tasmat shantima apnoti anandam. Perceptions take place, everything happens, but you are not involved. How beautiful. This is karma yogi. Contrast. Ayuktaha sanne. Ayukta means the fellow doesn't know anything. What does he do? Kamakarena. Kamakarena. Phale shakto nivaddhate. The ignorant person, kamakarena, he acts to fulfill his desire. He totally dependent upon the result of action for his happiness. What will happen? Phale shakta. Totally, literally imprisoned by the result of action. Nivadhyate. He is frustrated in life. Why? Never the result will be exactly up to your expectation. Either fall short of it or go beyond it. If it goes beyond your expectation, falls short of your expectation, roller coaster ride. That is how the average person goes through roller coaster ride. That is why it's almost like a, mood changes. Now it's so happy, you don't know what to do. Now so happy, everybody, wonderful, come on, let's go to movie, let's go to do this, let's go do that. In between, suddenly in the movie, get up and goes away. What happened? I'm so frustrated. Now you don't know what to do. Suppose you go with a person like that. 15 minutes, very happy. 15 minutes, very miserable. 10 minutes, very angry. 5 minutes, smiling. Will you go with him again? What will you do? By chance the fellow says, shall we go? Namaskar. You go. You go. Enjoy yourself. Why? Who has the time to go through this madness? Insanity. Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Kamakarena. So don't say, Swamiji, I know one person who is like that. No. Look at yourself. Don't say, because this is so smart. I know, Swamiji, I know so many people who act like that, ups and downs, ups and downs. What about you? You are not here to pass judgment on somebody. Are you affected by it? No. But if you are, phale sakta nivadhyate. So both the pictures are clearly given to you. This is life science. This is where the tradition is formed. This attitude is given to children. Don't tell children, don't do this, do this. Attitude. acceptance, attitude, acceptance. In some culture, there is acceptance is defeatism. Acceptance is weakness. Why should I accept? Fight! Right, fight. Who says not to fight? Fight. And see how long you can fight. If they tell you not to act, it is defeatism. Act, but accept the result. Are you getting that point? It's a huge difference. If somebody tells you not to act, defeatism, frustration. Act you must. But result? Nobody knows. Therefore, enjoy acting. And result comes, accept it as it is. Then, with this preparation, that lead you to the absolute knowledge also. So the whole plan is there at the hand of the tradition. Ayukta kamakana phale sakta nivaddhate. How does he do that? We shall see tomorrow morning. Please read. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vasi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vasi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. So when he says, the person, naiva kinchit karoti sa, the wise person doesn't do anything. Somebody may take it literally. Please, I have to finish this one now. Because this is beautiful, right in the context. Because somebody may misunderstand, oh, naiva kinchit karoti sa, he does not do anything. Yes, he does not do anything. How? Sarva karmani manasa sanyastya. Understand? Sarva karmani manasa sanyasta sukhamaste. He gives up the doership at the level of the mind, not doing at the level of the body. You understand? He gives up the doership. Manasa sanyastya. Giving up the action but at the level of the mind. You give up the doership. Don't give up the doing. Action you cannot give up. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tisthati akarmakrut. No individual can remain without action even for a second. But what happens? Most people, even these orthodox religious traditions, what happens? Sadhu means no action. Only opens the mouth for food, so the stomach grows, everything else is thin. Right? What will happen? Sarva karmani manasa sanyasta. I am no more the doer. But action goes on taking place. What? Pashyan, shunvan, spushan, jigran, asnan, gachan, sapan, swachan, pralapan, visurjan, unmishan, nimishan. Everything continues. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, everything continues. But manasa sanyasta. So renunciation is at the level of your mind, not at the level of your body. Remember that story of Janaka, who lived in the palace. But the palace never caught him. Understand? You live in the world doesn't touch you. So manasa sanyasta sukamaste, happily residing in himself. Who? Vashi. Vashi means yasya vase sarvam asti. Vashi. One who has the mana, buddhi, kaya, indriya completely under its surveillance. Instead of telling control, you make it surveillance. Better. Don't say control. How can you keep your body under your control? Can you control its old age? Control? Control is a wrong word. All these things under your surveillance. Any changes takes place, you catch it. Are you getting that? You can't stop it. Can you stop body aging? But an aging body, you know how to handle. You know how to. Are you getting that? You can't stop the body from aging. You can't stop the sense organs from growing old. It will happen. But maintenance. So vasi. But sukhamaste. Where? Navadvare pure dehi. Navadvare pure. In this body of 9-gated body. There are 9 gates. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 4. These 2, 6, 7. Here, 8. Some as I told you, there are 11 gated, 9 gated. Ekadasa Dwarapuram, we saw it in the Kathopanishad, no? This 2 eyes, 2 ears, 4. Nose 2, 6, 7. Mouth is 7. Top 8. Navel 9. Anus, genitals 11. You see, 11 gated. So Navadvare, remove any 2 you like. Okay? Okay? So 9 gated. Okay, so if you take away the anus and genitals, now 9 gated. See, so don't say, oh, the Gita is telling only 9, the scholarship is what? Gita is telling only 9 gated. But Upanishad says 11 gated. Hey, don't worry about 9 gate, 11 gate. 1 gate is enough. Okay? Nonsense. What it means is, this is a puraiva pura. Like a city, it has got city gates through which Jiva expressing itself. Through these city gates, you are going out into the world. With your eyes, you get out into the world to perceive. Ears, sense organs of action, through which you are getting out in the world. So, should the gates be punished for the action? The gates cannot be held responsible for the action. Gates are used by the gatekeeper, Dehi. Navadvara pure, Dehi. Dehi means Deho asya asti. He who has the body, not he who is the body. He who has the body, Dehi. So one who has the body, in this body he is settling down consciousness. Naiva kurvan na karayan. Neither doing anything nor making others do. Consciousness just is, yourself ever existing. By itself it doesn't do, nor it pushes the sense organs to do. Then what happens? Automatically it happens. Sense organs changes, body changes, thoughts happen, everything happens. In the childhood it looks like as though you are training them up. After some time when you appreciate the truth, just see what happens. The thoughts come, hunger comes, you know how to handle them all. It becomes very conscious activity. Throughout the life, it becomes a conscious journey. Naiva kurvan na karayan sukhamaste. Peaceful. Into that, if you choose to do certain things, oh, I want to open a school, I want to open a college, I want to open a hospital, I want to help people, I want to do this. Conscious. Works out? Excellent. Did not work out? Fantastic. Why? You are just living your life, playing your game. You are flying a kite. No breeze, drop it. Good breeze, fly. Life is like flying a kite. So go and fly a kite. Okay? Okay. Please think over these things. We shall see more of it. Tomorrow, close your eyes, please. Flying a kite is a beautiful example. You can make a kite, you can push it, Can you create some breeze? That's what it is. You can do things, but where are the breeze? That is where Ishvara comes in. Okay? Very good.